Okay, picture this. It's Monday Night Raw. The crowd is absolutely buzzing, right? Commentators are right in the middle of hyping up the night's main event. And then, bam, the lights cut out. Total darkness. Nobody in the arena has a clue what's going on. The cheering just kind of drops. The whole place falls into this incredibly heavy, stunning silence.
Then, a familiar voice echoes through the PA system. Just 3 words: cut my music. The crowd literally freezes in absolute disbelief. Because stepping out onto that stage, it's Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, one of the most controversial stars in modern wrestling. A guy who spent literally years attacking WWE, building his entire brand on claiming he was simply better than everyone else. And now, against all odds, he is standing right there on WWE television.
I mean, the immediate questions would be deafening. What happens next? Would he go straight for the WWE Championship? Would he jump right into feuds with the biggest names they have? Or would WWE try to tweak his character? Today, we are diving deep into the absolute ultimate wrestling what-if scenario. What if MJF actually lands in WWE?
Welcome, everyone. Let's explore this explainer together. We're going to map out exactly how this blockbuster scenario might theoretically unfold. We'll look at the immediate shock value, the inevitable rivalries that are just begging to happen, and the psychological warfare that could literally redefine the whole entertainment landscape.
Chapter 1, The Shockwave. The second this guy walks out, the wrestling industry would basically explode overnight. Social media crashed. Fans are instantly fantasy booking, dreaming up matches and predicting storylines. And it's not just because MJF is a super talented wrestler. It's because he is a master manipulator, a world-class talker who can make an entire arena despise him in like 10 seconds flat. Imagine the Raw general manager introducing WWE's newest acquisition. MJF struts out in some outrageously expensive suit, giving everyone that signature smirk. Then he drops this massive statement. You people spent years pretending WWE was the best place on earth. But the moment I arrived, I became the biggest star in the company. Boom. That arrogance, it generates instant nuclear heat. It's that raw, visceral anger from the crowd that promoters absolutely dream of.
Chapter 2, The Cody Rhodes Feud. Look, there's really only one feud to kick things off with, right? The emotional history is already built in. Cody helped spark a wrestling revolution, and MJF rode that wave to become one of its biggest stars. Now they meet again, only this time the stage is WWE. It is a clash of completely opposing motivations. On one side, you've got Cody Rhodes fighting for legacy, for his family, and for pure pride. On the exact opposite side, you've got MJF motivated purely by manipulation, humiliation, and, well, cheating. For weeks, MJF would just systematically attack Cody's legacy, bringing up past failures, poking at his deepest insecurities. Every single promo becomes must-see TV, with the audience tuning in just to see what wildly personal thing MJF is going to say next. And watching this build to a climax is fascinating. The weeks of verbal destruction eventually take a massive toll. Cody finally snaps, leading to this chaotic pull-apart brawl where security literally has to flood the ring just to pry them away from each other. Suddenly, the rivalry shifts. It's no longer about championships or money. It is entirely about pride. And this inevitably leads us right to SummerSlam. Picture a 30-minute classic. Huge near falls, incredible drama, pure emotion. It becomes one of the best matches of the year. And then, at the very peak of the match, somehow, someway, MJF cheats to win. The WWE Universe is furious. And it went exactly according to MJF's plan. Chapter 3, The Bloodline Problem. So after toppling Cody, MJF is obviously going to target the very top of the food chain. His logic makes total sense. Roman Reigns created a kingdom, sure, but all kingdoms fall eventually. And when they do, someone has to be there to take the throne. His strategy here is pure psychological warfare. He starts manipulating individual members of the bloodline. He creates tension out of thin air, planting these tiny little seeds of distrust. He plays these elaborate mind games where nobody actually knows whose side he's on. Not Roman, not Solo, heck, not even the fans watching at home. Week after week, this intense drama just continues to ramp up. Until eventually, all of this maneuvering earns MJF a one-on-one match against Roman Reigns. Just think about that matchup for a second. The greatest modern champion versus the greatest modern villain. The promos leading up to this would become absolute legends. The internet wouldn't be able to stop talking about it. Because for the first time, Roman Reigns meets someone who can truly rival, and maybe even outshine him on the microphone. The stakes are just impossibly high.
Chapter 4, The WWE Championship Run.
Then the inevitable moment arrives. MJF captures the ultimate prize.
But of course, he doesn't do it honorably. He does it in the absolute most dishonorable, frustrating way possible. The crowd is showering him with boos, and he's just standing there in the center of the ring, soaking in every single second of it. This right here highlights a brilliant core philosophy of wrestling psychology, true villainy. See, fans do not tune in because they love the guy. They tune in because they desperately, desperately want someone to finally shut his mouth and beat him. Having a champion who constantly mocks the audience and slithers out of trouble, that creates the ultimate must-watch television.
And every single title defense becomes this entirely unpredictable, deeply frustrating puzzle. Can he actually wrestle? Oh, absolutely. His in-ring skills are elite. Can he survive a match totally clean without any outside interference? Probably. Yeah, he really is that good. But will he cheat anyway? Of course he will, because that is exactly who MJF is. His dedication to cheating is absolute, which makes unseating him feel like an incredibly impossible task.
Chapter 5, Legacy and Dream Matches.
Once he's holding the gold, the limitless possibilities of his reign really open up. Just imagine the promos, the build-ups, and the battles against this insane roster of legendary names: Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Randy Orton, LA Knight, Gunther, John Cena. Every single one of these feuds brings something completely different to the table. Different stories, different emotional hooks, different types of battles. And every single rivalry is elevated by one undeniable thing: MJF's unique ability to make the fans deeply care. Whether they love him or whether they absolutely hate his guts, they care.
If we map out this hypothetical calendar year, it reveals an absolute masterclass in building a dominant villain. Months 1 to 3 are all about the initial shock of the debut. By SummerSlam, in months 4 to 6, he's taking down Cody Rhodes. Months 7 to 9 dive deep into those psychological mind games with the Bloodline. And finally, months 10 to 12 culminate with him hoisting the WWE Championship. It is an incredible display of relentless momentum, don't you think? So would he succeed? Absolutely. The real question isn't whether he would succeed, but rather just how far he could go. Because talents like MJF, they simply do not come around very often. He is a genuine throwback who deeply understands the core principles of entertainment. Wrestling isn't just about athletic moves in a ring. It's about emotion, it's about intricate storytelling, and most importantly, it's about making people genuinely feel something.
If MJF ever does arrive in WWE, the wrestling world might honestly never be the same again. It's a scenario that completely upends the status quo and challenges every single top star on the roster. So I'll leave you with this final, haunting question to chew on. If the ultimate master manipulator finally crosses that line and steps into a WWE ring, how far can he truly go? Thanks for exploring this explainer with me today. I really hope it sparked your imagination on this incredible what-if scenario. Keep learning, stay focused, and I'll catch you on the next one.